Bill Anderson, you pitched a story about some folks that can't seem to keep their pants up and some politicians who want to pass a law about it. What do you got?
Yeah, Point Pleasant Beach Councilman Stephen Reed is tired of seeing young people's underwear. And he's so tired of seeing young people's underwear, he threatened to introduce a ban, follow Wildwood and several other cities, putting a ban in place on saggy pants. So I went to Point Pleasant Beach to try to get some answers. Mayor Borella told me that he thinks they're much bigger problems.
The fact that somebody's boxer shorts are showing is on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being least important and 10 being most important, about a -12.
So wandering around the boardwalk, I was there. I saw a lot of beach attire. I saw bikinis. I saw people who probably shouldn't be in bathing suits. But I didn't see a lot of baggy pants. Even so, I spoke to Rod, who lives down there, and he said he supports the councilman.
To be honest with you, I don't need my kids looking at somebody's underwear as they're walking up and down the boardwalk.
But if you scroll through the social media comments, it doesn't take long for race to be introduced into the discussion, with many people thinking that saggy pants is just a creative way of telling certain people, inner city, African American, don't come to Point Pleasant. What's interesting about the Point Pleasant beach ban as proposed is that unlike in some other places, it wouldn't just apply to the boardwalk, it's going to apply to the entire city. So now the discussion becomes, if you look at social media, if you look at the controversy, is a saggy pants ban about not wanting to see underwear, or is it about not wanting to see the people who are most often wearing the saggy pants?
During your chase, I mean, did anyone bring up that this comes from prison culture? I mean, this started with folks in prison behind bars that were issued clothing that was too big, and that kind of became a thing, and then it was infused into hip-hop culture, and now it's a thing. I mean, did that come up?
Regardless of the origin, it's about the style, and young people feel like they should have the right to wear that style.
No matter where it came from, now it is a fashionable thing to do. From every style that you can imagine being out there, it's not a race thing for kids to have saggy pants.
This is a racial thing. How can we say it's not a racial thing?
How is it a racial
come
thing?
on. The majority of people who wear saggy pants are young black men. End of story. But I don't think a ban is necessary for the beach or the city. I've done stories on people who teach these young black men to dress for success. If they want to ever get a job, they're going to have to pull up those pants.
Yeah,
they don't
you
need a
know
law
what?
for that.
Honestly, outside of this room, I don't really think anybody gives a rat's ass. The cops haven't written ticket number 1. You talking about prison culture? Like you said, nobody cares. How many towns have these laws? 3? It's a stupid thing you can't enforce it, so it's a stupid law to pass.
Well, actually, though, you can enforce it because you've got laws all
Poppycock,
around the
it's a
country. You
dumb
can't walk
law.
out of your house naked either.
But Bill's actually right.
But it's not naked.
It's not just
right?
3 cities. This is a trend. It's happened. There's a couple of cities in New Jersey. There are cities in Georgia. There's cities really across the country that are trying to pass these
But
bans.
what about education? What about schools? Why do a ban when they're adults? Why not teach this in schools, kids how to dress appropriately?
Because they
Why is that off
teach
the table?
reading, writing, and arithmetic, not where to wear your damn pants. Why would anybody put this in the curriculum? That's silly.
You talked to the NAACP, and they didn't seem all up in arms about it.
They didn't seem to want to stoke the racial fire. They said they do think that this is discriminatory, but they don't necessarily think it's racially discriminatory. They think it's targeting certain young people and sending the message they shouldn't come, but not just African Americans.
So maybe this is the kind of law that would help young people get their heads on straight, pull their pants up, and start being productive members of society.
Yeah,